coffee break there. All right, so this is the fret nut. This is the finger bar for the F. All right, so we've got the fingered chords are like that. All right, but there's another that the root chord is 4/6 root, right? So that would be here, 4/6 root. Okay, tic-tac-toe right there. All right, I forget where this discussion started. Okay, so that is the E thing. All right, there's the E minor and then E major. See right here, we've got we've got E minor here and we've got E major here. Okay, and that's the name of that tune. And they have different fret nuts, so that didn't work out too bad. All right, let's move on. So from the 4th, we've got the 5th on here, which is the G shape 5, and then we have the 6th, which is the A minor. I know we were doing this before, so we can just finish it. Now the A minor is 6/3 root, so let's get this straight, 3/6 root. If you're looking for a chord, don't worry too much about the inversion. If you can get the chord, A minor almost always is played like this, okay? But 3/6 root is second inversion A minor. All right, so talk about inversions. There, if we want to start on that A minor, we start on the 6. It'll be 6√3, okay, which is nice up here. Again, tic-tac-toe right there. So these are things that people know that have played guitar their whole lives. They know those by heart. They just know them as easily as I know that A minor second inversion, which most people learn. They know those other chords. But you think you can derive them? You can get them by doing an arpeggio. So if you start an A minor arpeggio from over here on this 6, which seems like the normal place to do it. Okay, we got to our 6 again up here, and now we want to go straight up to root, but it's warped, right? Wait a second. This 6 is normally, we start on this 6, go to root, okay, then we go to the 3rd. Remember, the Aeolian goes to the 3rd. I keep mixing that up. So we're on the 3rd here, so we've done a root. Now we're going to take it straight up to the 6th here on this string 4, or the G string, or whatever it is. Yeah, so that's the 6, which is A. Now from the 6, let's go back to this 6, to the unwarped zone. We're going to want a minor 3rd to the root and straight up to the 4th. That minor 3rd, this is where we got confused. That minor 3rd it started to look like a major 3rd. So that's why that didn't get to an open string, because it was warped up. Again, the warp messes me up. But at least you know which direction you're being messed with. And it's up on the fretboard, right? And then straight up again, regular tuning. So that's what's going on with the 6 and the 7s. We can skip that, because that's the half diminished. It's another subject entirely, right? Remember, the half diminished, you can always just do a D minor and add the 7th. So it would be 6/4 and add this 7th. So that's the modals, and they all exist. It's not just the minors. Every single scale tone chord exists in every cage. All right. So that's what I want to explain here, that they all exist in this cage, and there's a relative minor for each one of these guys. Okay, So let's go ahead to, that's why I wanted to talk about this. Now, you know, Magic Chart is, I have to tell Norton I need to be reminded something. Magic Chart is just caged. So it's the same thing here. It just, you know, I made this chart a long time ago so you can look for whatever you're doing. If you're in like the key of, let's say we're doing this G here, this D here rather, right here. So we're doing a D-shaped C. All right. So D-shaped C would be where? Be blah, 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 blah. No, the progression is G. So it's a D-shaped G. All right. So we're looking for the G right here. That's the easy one right here. Is it not? Is that not it? Okay, it's a D-shaped C. All right, right here is the fifth here. So the fifth in our progression is our G. So it's right here. It's a D-shaped G. I probably said that about 3 times. What we want to do is, I forget what we were going to talk about at all, but D-shaped, we've got a C minor as the relative third. Now this is an interesting digression here. All right, I used to have a teacher who digressed all the time. He was a sociology teacher, and he was blind. But I sat in the front in that class. And I thought, you know, he always digressed a little bit. And I thought he just liked to say the word digress. That's all. Not that he was digressing, but now I realize he was digressing. And he was just telling us what was going on. So I'm not sure how we first started to look at this, but it's worthwhile to see here that we've got a D-shaped G here, and I want to take this opportunity to look at the C minor. All right, this C minor is the relative minor of the D. It's a C minor shape. It's just the C minor shape. The D is just the shape of the G here. Now we know G has a relative minor of E minor, right? So this is going to be a C minor shaped E minor. Let's look for E minor 3, 5, 7. We've got it right here. Can do drawing tool. Okay. Whoop. We're going to get to the square part. I want to do square. So there we go. We got our 3, 5, 7 right here. All right. That is a C minor shaped E minor, which is the 6th or the relative 6th of our G shape right here. All right, so that's important to know where that C minor shape is. It's not back here on this R. Okay, it's a C minor shape 3, 5, 7. Find the numbers in this cage, which is the G cage, because the cage is identified by the root. And this would be the 4th, would be the C major. But this is a C minor. So you see the difference. In this 1, 4, 5 situation that defines this cage, and X means you just superimpose them, right? So from the 6th, you got, and then the C shape, and then the D shape,